Hi there, I'm Carol. I'm a transmedia artist based in Copenhagen, Denmark. And this is the first video I'm creating ever and uploading on the internet. I'm doing this because I found out that there's quite a few art channels out there that are really great, but there are not a lot of them that offer a glimpse of both the physical process of making art and the mental process of making what is called contemporary art. Because there's a lot of shadow around the mythical creature that is the contemporary artist. So my goal with this channel is to show you in the most transparent way what it is like to make art, from idea to production to exhibition or to any other type of public or semi-public showcase. That is in the case of one single artist, myself. So it's also a way for me to show you the behind the scenes of my artistic universe, as well as an opportunity for me to experiment with different ways of communicating about art, because that's like a topic that I'm really interested in. We can talk about this more in another video. So to start off, in this video I'm showing you the behind the scenes of one of my projects where I attempted to create maps of the future. So first off, to contextualize my practice, I am very interested in exploring the relationship between the real and the imaginary. And I'm specifically interested in scenarios where fiction or the imaginary enters the real and influences it. And there is a term for this, and it's called imagined realities. So I was digging into that topic for another project, and I knew I was quite interested in exploring something related to the cosmos. And I found this book that compiles cosmic representations, whether it's drawings or computer simulations or pictures even of the cosmos, of the universe. So what this book is basically highlighting is that our ancient understanding of the universe was shaped by beliefs, philosophical movements, influence of divine beings, by religions, by mythology, and all of that got translated into maps. And that formed a framework through which ancient people viewed and anticipated the unfolding of future events. Because reading these maps was a way to understand the present, and based on that, it was also a way to read the future. So to illustrate what I mean by that in a more concrete way, we could have a look, for example, at an illustration by Hildegard von Bingen, who was a German abbess. She was a polymath, she was a writer, she was also a scientist and a mystic. And she designed some illustrations of the Earth, and here is one of them, or at least one based on her designs, where we can see that the Earth was, even in the Middle Age, already conceived as spherical, and there was some sort of understanding of the correlation between the shape of the Earth and the cyclical nature of time. Well, it's an illustration of the seasons, by the way. What this means concretely is that there was an understanding that if you plant seeds in the autumn, then they would be ready in the spring, for example. So in some sort of way, it was possible to anticipate the future based on the understanding of the present. And there was a way of understanding the future based on the way one conceptualized Earth. And so simply, this book made me think that the way we picture the universe is very related to the way we perceive the future, or we imagine the future. And I think that's still the case in the present. What I found really interesting is that these maps were at least partly fictions, and yet they completely controlled reality. They completely controlled decisions that were made in the present because they were perceived as facts. I realized that I knew I wanted to explore this further because this book was highlighting a strange relationship between the real and the imaginary, which is what I'm very interested in exploring, as I mentioned earlier. So I wanted to dig into this further.